Aries? Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, thank you so much for being here. I keep wanting to change my intro, but I guess my higher self doesn't want me to do it. But anyway, Aries, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what you need to be cognizant of for the end of March 2023, what you may be out of alignment with for the end of the month, what guidance we have for you for the end of the month to help you with the spiritual growth and to help navigate these energies, because that's what we do here. And then we're going to get some healing messages. We're going to see what you guys need to heal for the end of the month and how you can, what things can help you with that healing. Lastly, we're going to get a message from your person to see what they have to say to you, or it could also be what your inner masculine wants you to pay attention to. I have a feeling, I said this in somebody else's reading, some of you might just like skip ahead to the person messages, but you're going to totally miss out on the whole point of this reading. I just have to say that right now. Anyway, Aries, let's look into what you need to be cognizant of for the end of March 2023. This is also involving Pluto going to Aquarius on March 23rd, with the new moon in Aries, which I'm recording the day of the new moon in Aries. And the new moon will be in your sign, Aries. So new things happening for you, but make sure you watch your energies and watch tempers flaring. Don't be too impulsive. Don't be so impulsive, and watch those around you who may tend to flare up really quickly. All right. If you're dealing with a lot of anger surrounding you, or things just like moving too fast, make sure you take time to slow down. I see Knight of Pentacles with this. Take it easy. Move away from those people who may be agitating you, okay? It's relaxing time, Aries. This new moon might not help you as much as you think. That was a lot to say. But anyway, let's see what Spirit has for you on what you need to be aware of for the end of the month. And remember, time's fluid, energy is always changing. Just because I say end of March doesn't mean it has to be end of March. This could have been last month. This could be coming in April, depending on where you are in your story. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. It's good to see you again. If you've been coming back and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and take a minute to do that. All right? I'd appreciate the support. All right, guys. We have the Queen of Pentacles. What did I say about slowing down? Be at peace. Be at nature. Be one with nature. And look, you have Taurus energy, Earth energy, the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. All right? A lot of this is connecting with nature to help you to relax, to kind of slow down. It's all Earth energy, Aries, and you are fire. You've got some good qualities about you. The only thing here is for the end of the month with this is stemming from the new moon in Aries, guys. All right? So make sure, and even by the time you watch this, if you watch this soon after I post it, you're still going to feel the effects of this new moon, all right? And it also depends on your other placements in your chart, which I highly recommend checking out your other placements, because your sun could be stronger than your moon could be stronger than your rising, your moon could be stronger than your sun, that type of thing. Even, something with your Saturn and your Pluto. So to get a much bigger picture and to help you really see what's going on for the end of the month for you, to get that insight and awareness, I highly recommend that you check those other placements. Probably check to see where their Earth placements are, is what I was told. Okay? Where your Taurus is, your Virgo, and your Capricorn. All right? There may be something there with this new moon, Aries, that there's a lot of tension. I'm seeing a lot of T-squares or something for some of you. So if you have your birth chart, go check and see what those things are. They may very well help you. So this is about nurturing, self-care, taking care of your well-being, your health, your energies, being in a state of peace. She's very patient. She doesn't chase the money, she attracts it, all right? She's not worried about financial stability, security. She's not worried about food, clothing, water, shelter, because she knows that God is going to provide for her. She knows that she is going to be well taken care of, because God provides for all of nature. In turn, God also provides for human beings, right? It's something that we're not necessarily taught. We're programmed to think that we got to have this 9-to-5 job and we have to have all these things to pay for all these things. And yes, while the reality is, Aries, that we have to, those physical things in the 3D world, especially the necessities, we have to reprogram ourselves to say, well, you know what? If God gives the earth everything that it needs, nature, the birds, the trees, the lions, whatever, the fish, God does the same thing for us because God created us too. So she knows this. So she gets to a state of balance. She's peace. She's one with nature. She makes sure she's out in nature as much as possible. She connects with it so that she's feeling the energy of the earth. She's feeling God's presence, and God's reassuring her, look around you. Everything's already abundant, and so are you. Nothing is missing. And if you trust in me, you look to me first, this is God speaking, that I will provide for you. Okay? There's something here for some of you. It's time to take it easy, Aries. And while it's very admirable that you guys are the warriors, you're the ones who are like, you've got the energy to get shit done, right? You have this ambition and this drive. But I think you guys are smart enough to know, excuse me, that you have to have a balance with that, right? This is kind of like your opposite. Slow moving, nothing really going on, slow pace, right? You guys are fire. You're the second fastest to air. You're being asked to start taking care of yourself more. It's funny because I wasn't coughing before I did this, but could be a reason. Maybe some of you are coughing a lot, or maybe some of you are, there's something with the chest, the lungs. See, there's somebody who's smoking. Okay, I don't know why I got that, or somebody who smokes other things. You may be doing that to try to calm you down. And I'm not judging here, Aries. If this is you, because it's not going to fit for everybody. So don't say, I don't smoke, I don't do this. Then it's not for you, okay? But there are some people here who are smoking something or whatever to try to calm down. Holy Spirit is asking you to go out in nature more and just sit there and breathe in clean air instead of breathing whatever it is that you're smoking, all right? Again, there's no judgment here, but this is guidance. You take what you will with it. You're here for a reason, okay? I'm not here to give you all puppies, rainbows, and unicorns and tell you you're going to be rich by the end of March. That's not how it works. I'm more interested in your well-being. Hence, I'm Capella Wellness. I'm not Capella Tarot, and I've said that before. It's all about wellness right here, Aries. Because when you are taking care of that vessel, your vibration rises. You are more in a state of peace. And God wants us to be abundant in peace and in patience. And when we just go with the flow, watch the miracles occur. She believes that miracles occur, but she needs to be in alignment with those miracles. And that means she needs to take care of her physical self, her well-being. Well, she's very generous with other people. She takes very good care of others. But she knows if she doesn't take care of herself first, she can't take care of the people around her that may even be a little bit dependent on her. There's a mother here. Okay? Some of you may be mothers or your fathers, right? Who have this strong feminine energy. And there's something here about not really focusing on your self-care. And sometimes you, with that ambition, that drive that you guys have, you run yourselves into the ground. And the people who need your help, like genuinely need your help with, maybe they have a physical ailment or they're going through some struggles. There's something about teamwork here and you being, you know, if someone is you know, needing some help from you, Aries, you have that ability to get those things done. But there's something about your energies being depleted here. You're being asked to really, really, really take better care of yourself. Because when your vibration rises, you attract more peace in your life, more abundance, whether it's materially, abundance in health, abundance in love, like harmonious relationships, unconditional love. When she's when she's work all day, I'm only caring about the money. This is a spite of selfishness here. There could be an energy of people being jealous or you being jealous of other people. And maybe they're in a state of peace and balance and they're going with the flow and their health is excellent. But You may be jealous of those people or jealous of the money that they have, whatever this is. There's jealousy surrounding you too, okay? But make sure that that jealousy, you push that out, because that's double energy, and that's going to attract more negative things into your life, okay? Things you don't want. And if you're dealing with people who are like that, you're being asked to step away from that. So there is a lot of self-care here, and not seeking validation outside of yourself either. If people are expecting you to do all these things, to be working, what does that really mean for you if your health is failing, if your energies are scattered, and you're actually blocking the flow of abundance to come into your life? Because when we're not calibrated and we're chasing the money gets pushed away from us. She attracts it. She is at such a high vibration that all these beautiful things come to her. And she loves a life of luxury. So some of you may like that too. However, there's a healthier way around it. She needs to be taking care of her energies and her physical well-being first. And patience is a virtue here. Peace is a virtue here. Where she's just connecting with nature, God is always going to provide for me. I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm not going to kick into shadow Aries and start hitting the ground running and not taking a break, not catching my breath, not stopping to slow down and smell the roses here. You actually do the opposite. You push the abundance away, Aries. So you're being asked to really focusing on nurturing yourself, focusing on your health. There's also something about diet, what you've been eating or what you've not been eating. Somebody's not getting a lot of greens, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, something like that. Even health, your diet, guys, what you're putting into your body could actually cause things to flare up more for you. Okay? And with that Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, there's this energy of listening to your divine guidance. And this is not to be conceited, although some people may think it is, but I'm going to say what they're telling me to say. This could very well be divine guidance that is being given by me and other people, because I'm pretty sure you guys watch other readers. And there's some who are giving you the appropriate guidance to help you to be more in a state of flow, to attract the abundance, to attract miracles into your life. You've got to be in vibrational alignment with those things. But some of you may be having a hard time with that. You may be even observing people, could even be me, where it's like, I'm not hitting the ground running, and I'm not pushing out a gazillion videos every week, doing 1 million readings every week. Of course, that's excessive, but you know what I mean. Right? And pushing all this stuff out. But I'm making room for bigger things to come in. I just got to be patient. I got to make sure I'm taken care of, right? There could even be other people around you where their energies are low and maybe they're ill or something and it's affecting you. Because I know for me, and I know this might sound crazy, I went to pick up my son from the airport on Sunday and I'm recording this on a Tuesday. And I'm coughing a little more than I was. Apparently I'm a lot more sensitive to other people's energies, what else is going on in the air, right? So I take the appropriate steps to kind of like, okay, go back to, I'm increasing what I was doing beforehand type of thing. I drink a lot of mint tea, which helps greatly, especially with the ones that help with the lungs and things. So, and I'm also a lot more sensitive to other people's energies these days. That is a thing. So if that's for you, Aries, where you're picking up stuff, right, from other people, you're being asked to really start focusing more on following that guidance that you're being given. Also listening to your body, because this is all physical stuff right here. Listening to your body and saying, okay, I need to slow down. Okay, I need to change my diet. Okay, I need to drink tea instead of coffee. Okay, I need to do something to boost my energies, right? But sometimes even slowing down, Aries, can actually boost your energies. Okay? Even being in a state of rest, right? Not having this resistance. There's something here that needs to be balanced out here. But there is a strong energy about following your divine guidance, listening to your body, what your body's telling you. This is also understanding the meaning of life. What does life really mean for you? Is it running around ragged like a chicken with your head cut off? Is it having this drive and ambition? Is there something about competition here? Or I got to do this, I got to do that, right? I got to keep up with the Joneses. I got to make this money because I got to have the roof over my head, something like that. Or I got to look better than other people. Whatever this is, Aries. Is that really the life that God wanted you to live? This is the God card with the Hierophant for me. You're being asked to have a lot more faith in God that He's going to provide for you. There's a big energy about who provides for you. It's not your 9-to-5 job, Aries. It's not a spouse. It's not the child support. It's not your business. It's God. God is your only source and supply. I went through a 40-day prosperity challenge back in 2020 during the pandemic. I did some serious changing around during that pandemic when I couldn't go to work. And by the grace of God, I was being paid for it anyway. And God said, you need to do something while we're blessing you with this downtime. Do something productive, but to start changing things so that you can start to attract stuff that you've been asking for. And during that time, I got closer with God. I started to focus more on my well-being, praying more. But remember, faith without works is dead, but prayer without works is dead too. Because if you're praying for something, God's asking you, I need you to do something too. You take action on some things, but the other times you just sit there and rest. And you take care of yourself. God did not say thou shalt work like 20 hours a day to have a roof over your head. God did not say thou shalt work yourself to death just so that you can have things and have a roof, have money and pay your bills and stuff. It doesn't say that anywhere. If you look in the Bible, those of you who want to read the Bible, there's a lot of stuff about rest and rejuvenation here. Like God rested on the 7th day. Maybe some of you guys like work every single day, or you're doing something every single day and you don't take one day off to do nothing. That is a huge paradigm shift. It is a social conditioning, the programming that needs to be obliterated, and it needs to be, you need to have like God 1.0 installed into your hardware, because Aries 1.0 isn't working anymore, if that makes sense for some of you. You're running off an operating system where there's not enough memory to handle what you are capable of, Aries. It's like the processing speed that you want doesn't match the speed of the processor, and it's like gonna break. I don't know why I'm talking about this type of stuff, but I am. It's gonna kick with somebody. This could literally about somebody working IT or working something with computers or hardware or something like that. But this is calling for you to reprogram yourself. You need a new OS. You need it's like a refurbishment of you, Aries, that you need. God's asking you to refurbish yourself. But actually, no. So see, refurbishment, it's something that was used, right? And you just changed some parts. What I'm hearing is that with this social conditioning, this programming about how you've been taught to live your life, or what hard work really means, it needs to be switched up. The vessel that you have right now really needs to be completely renewed here. And that starts with this energy of you taking care of yourself. What is the meaning of life for you? You don't have to be in this crazy labyrinth where like you can't find your way out and you're getting frustrated because you're looking for the exit because you're rushing to get there, yet you're not trying to take your time to navigate through that labyrinth of life and see what works for you and what doesn't. Instead of conforming to society and listening to society saying, this is how this should be done. Again, it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible God said to work crazy hours or for you to keep running like the Energizer Bunny and not have any rest whatsoever. It doesn't say that anywhere. Again, if you really read that book, or even like just, other religions where it's, Buddhism or something, Taoism, the state of rest is very important. And for some of you, it's a challenge. And that's okay because you guys got fire in your chart. You got Aries in your chart. The warriors, the ruled by Mars. But Mars can overdo it too, just like all the planets can. There's a shadow side to everything. So there's a lot of having more faith and trust in God that He's going to provide for you, that you don't have to run yourself to the ground to have the things that you want, to have a luxurious life. Rest is very important. Watch what happens when you start to reprogram your mind to think about those things. I know for me, God is starting to tell me, Jess, I want you to start pulling yourself out of this. I want you to stop doing these readings. I just heard something about my service suite on my website. You're no longer going to be doing this and this and that. You're cutting this out. You're cutting that out. If you guys have been watching me, and I appreciate those who've been watching me for a while, if you've noticed, I'm doing less on my channel for a reason. But doing that has actually been bringing way more miracles into my life that I could have never fathomed. And I'm not at liberty to talk about those yet. Some people know about them, but the whole world doesn't need to know at this point. And of course, I'm still in a calm state. I'm not worried about my financial status because I'm resting to prepare for what's coming in. That's prosperity. It's wealth, money coming in. Okay? For those of you, the other group who are in that balance, and you are totally trusting in God, you're having faith in God that He's going to make things turn around, because you're not listening to society saying you need to be doing all this stuff for your business and you need to be securing your future and you need to be doing all these things that everybody else does to have the money. You're not listening to that because you know God is the one who's going to give you that. Your future is already secured when you believe that God already has his future secured, even your present. There's something about saving up for 401ks, or somebody here overworks themselves because I gotta reach this age to get my retirement, or whatever, or I have to work through all these things, or work overtime to max out my 401k, something like that. But again, what does that mean for you? Yes, there's a nest egg there. But do you know how many people who run themselves to the ground? I've heard it so many times. They retire, their health gets worse, or they die right after they retire. Oh my God, I've never seen that bird before. I don't even know what that is. Anybody know what a redhead bird is with like black and gray striped back? I don't know. I'm seeing that. I've never seen that bird before in my life. I'm gonna have to look it up. Anyway, that's a sign. Whatever bird that is, that's a sign for you guys. And it's funny because the head is red and you guys are Aries. Fire. It's red. Anyways, I was saying, I've heard so many people, they have all this money to retire. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. And then we're going to take trips and we're going to do all this stuff with the grandkids and we're blah, blah, blah. And then you get there. Some people don't have the energy because their health all those years, it's going to take a while to get to this Queen of Pentacles. Or they die a few weeks after, a month after, 6 months after. And then what? All that hard work. She's hard working. Don't get me wrong. She does what God tells her to do, but she also balances that out with resting so that she can attract it. It's a team effort, Aries, between you and God. God says, I need you to do this, but God rested on the seventh day. I need you to rest on that seventh day. Because now allow me to do the impossible, to work those miracles, to bring them into you. A lot of us don't understand that. I didn't understand that for like 39 years. That's more than half my life. I get it now. And I've been seeing it in the physical with me slowing down even more and doing less, because less is more is the key here. And then God starts to come in to do some incredible things in your life, in your health, in your well-being, in your business, in money. So a lot of you have to work on your faith here when it comes to money, when it comes to business. For those of you who have a business or who have been, balancing your life out, taking very good care of yourself, having faith in God that your financial situation is going to change, it's changing. There's something about somebody's career is changing too. That's for a smaller group. You've had so much faith and you said, okay, God, I don't have to work as hard as I did before. I have faith that the hard work that I put in, it's going to pay off, and you are going to finish the job. Allow God to work in your life. Watch the miracles that happen. And somebody here, because you've had that unwavering faith, because you broke away from the societal norm, you broke away from that 9-to-5 job or what everybody was telling you. You got to go get the degree. You got to have the 9-to-5 job. You have to have the 401k. You have to work very hard to get luxurious things, to live the life. You said, no, you don't. Watch what God is going to do in my life when I do my part, and I'm more in a state of rest. I'm taking care of my health and my well-being so that my vibration is here. When your vibration is elevated at the Agape level, the highest frequency of all, you're matching what God's wanting to bring into you of the highest caliber, Aries. The highest of the high, the most divine of all things, which includes material wealth here, an abundance of really beautiful, harmonious relationships where you're supported, where it's like the Queen of Pentacles attracts a King of Pentacles, very loyal, providing for her. They work together. Someone who's dedicated to her and to the family and to other people, very generous and warm and kind-hearted. That's who she's attracting. But she's also attracting a whole bunch of amazing things into her life without having to chase those things. For those of you who were there, I'm hearing Midheaven in Aries or something. Midheaven. You trusted God enough that He was going to pull for you, because He always does. He just wanted you to have faith in Him, that the prosperity is going to come around, especially if you own a business here, Aries. You started to cut back on some things, and you started to focus more on your rejuvenation, a state of peace, a state of well-being, making sure your energies are high vibrational, nothing's infiltrating your energetic space. You're at the highest vibration now to attract something very prosperous here, very lucrative, especially in the business. There's something that you're attracting with the business that's coming in, and you didn't even have to do so much for it compared to people in your field or something like that. There's also another, for somebody else here, for a much, much smaller group. There's something about coming back to a Queen of Pentacles. I have a feeling, Aries, this is somebody that you know. Someone who's beautiful inside and out, but she has this beauty about her. Well, she does take care of her outer appearance, but it's because of her inner appearance that's shining out of her. But she does, it's like she has a morning and evening routine. She takes care of her skin. She dresses very nice. She does like luxurious things, but she doesn't wear this stuff to prove a point. She doesn't wear these things to say, oh, look at me, I'm rich and I have this or I have that or whatever. That's not who she is. That's this. Be careful of people who or who are showy. Okay? But there are people, this is a thing, Aries. Some people judge a Queen of Pentacles who dresses nice, who likes luxurious things, and they assume that she's vain, that she's conceited, that she's all about the money. Look at her heart first before you judge that, for whoever this is for. Okay? Look at her heart first. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things, with having a luxurious life, or wearing things that may be of like high end or something like that. Or because I'm already hearing some people may judge me because of all the jewelry I wear. It's part of my Leo energy. But this is part of who I am. This is part of how I dress on in a given day. And most of the rings I have very significant meanings to them, which is why I was guided to wear them. It's funny because in my 9-to-5 job, I didn't wear as many as these, but when I started to become more spiritual, I started to realize certain things about myself. This is how I like to appear. It's part of my self-care routine. It's part of how I present, myself in the physical world. So some of you may be either judging other people because of that, or maybe you're worried about, well, if I do things like this, if I wear this, I wear that, people are going to assume this of me. You do you, Aries. But there is somebody here who is very well spoken, who's very well dressed. She looks very healthy. She may not look her age, because this is a mature woman right here. Okay? She's not like in her 20s is what I'm hearing. I'm not saying anybody's watching this in your 20s. It doesn't apply to you, but this is what they're telling me. She's much older. She's a mother. Here it is. Some of you are dealing with mothers, or you're having faith in something. There it is, of having a solid, stable commitment with this Queen of Pentacles. And you're wanting to express this to this Queen of Pentacles, and you're having this incredible amount of faith to talk to this Queen of Pentacles, to want this Queen of Pentacles in your life, because the Queen of Pentacles makes a house a home. She takes excellent care of those around her, but she knows she has to take care of herself first and foremost. She never puts herself on the back burner, ever. And when she does that, she puts herself on the front burner, the home is harmonious. It's at peace. Everybody's relaxed. Everybody's happy and joyous. All these beautiful things are happening with her, her husband, the family, the kids, everything. The dogs, the cats, whatever. Because it starts with her energy. And she's being an example for everybody. Okay? I take care of me. You take care of you. I can take care of everybody else. But she has a balance. She's not overdoing it to make her look better, or the programming that she has to be this wife and mother based on society, that she has to do all these things all the time. So somebody here, it could be you, Aries, you do want commitment with this Queen of Pentacles. You're starting to see her for who she is. That there exists, beauty and brains do exist. The outside, the inside is matching the outside here. She brings a lot of warmth to people. People look up to her. There's a sense of calmness when they're around this Queen of Pentacles. And apparently you, Aries, or this could be you, or whatever, however this runs, however this fits for your story. There's wanting commitment. Marriage even with this Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a married person. She is married to the King of Pentacles. All right? So there's marriage here. Something traditional. You want a traditional relationship with this Queen of Pentacles. But you want a marriage where God comes first. And some of you may have never looked at marriage like that before. You're realizing that there can be a very nurturing mother who is wise, who is kind, who is warm, beautiful inside and out, and it exists here. It's kind of like a dream person with this Queen of Pentacles. Because I'm getting this strong energy about the beauty of this Queen of Pentacles, or how this Queen of Pentacles appears to this person, or to you, Aries. So yeah, somebody is having faith in approaching this Queen of Pentacles because she brings serenity to someone's life. A lot of warmth. She's very generous. She cares about the well-being of others. And she's setting the example for other people. Hey, I'm taking care of myself. Look at where I'm at in my world. You can do the same. So it's like somebody is no longer judging this Queen of Pentacles, thinking that she's all about money, that she's all about looks, because there is vanity here that somebody was assuming of this Queen of Pentacles, or assuming this Queen of Pentacles, just because she likes nice things, means that she's greedy, or she's only focused on the material world. Not all people are like that, whether you're a man or a woman. Again, look at the heart. What is going inside of that person who dresses well, who likes nice things? How do they present themselves to you? How do they act towards you? I'm getting, for some of you, the outside is matching the inside. The inside's matching the outside. And you're realizing this, and you're wanting to have this connection with this person. It's almost kind of like, for somebody here, you're having faith that they're still the same person that they were when you met them. But this Queen of Pentacles has changed, but for the better. She's even more abundant in a lot of things in life. She may not be abundant in money yet, but I believe that's because she's attracting the King of Pentacles to help with that. But she has everything else going on for her. She also has like a wellness business, is what I'm being told. This is only for some of you, not for all of you. She's all about well-being and wellness and health here. Because she knows if you don't have that down pat, you are out of alignment with what it is you're trying to bring in. Let's see what you're maybe out of alignment with for the end of March. Aries, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Spirits, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Well, when I said somebody wants to communicate something to this Queen of Pentacles, we have the truth down here. With the harp. The harp might be significant for you guys. You may play a stringed instrument, or you play the harp, or you love listening to harp music, or maybe what you're out of alignment with is listening to stringed instruments to get you to calm down. The other one is boundaries. Okay? What you're out of alignment with is setting boundaries, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, she knows when to say no. She listens to her body, right? This could even be you setting boundaries like within yourself. I need to balance myself out. I gotta put this stuff up so that I talked about protecting your energies, I believe, right? That's part of the setting boundaries thing. And the bottom of the deck is the Freedom card. Number 6. 6 is harmony, peace, and balance here. I also am hearing 6 as the Lover's card, so that's coming up for whatever reason. 25 could be significant for you, or the number 1. 5 and 2 is a 7. Okay? Miracle number, staying on the right path number, the most divine number of all numbers. All right. You see how they're all in nature? This guy's out in nature. He's not swinging the sword. He's by this cross. There's also about having faith. Again, here, she's out in nature. Maybe some of you need to literally listen to music out in nature, or play your instruments out in nature if you play an instrument. Look at the difference in this card with the dark color. Freedom. You're being asked to free yourselves from these prisons where some of you are putting your health on the back burner here. So let's read the truth card, because I always read the book because they always want me to. Foxglove helps open the heart and express feelings. Amazonite promotes knowing and speaking the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The wheels of society are greased by civility, which sometimes means not always speaking the truth or the whole truth. However, in this situation, you are called upon to understand your own truth and to speak it clearly. No matter how strange it may seem, your truth is the music of your brave heart. Offer it to the world. I actively pursue my own truth and value it. I have the courage to sing my own unique, divinely inspired song, knowing that it adds to the goodness of the world. This could be straight out, Aries, about knowing the truth with regards to that programming about working hard to pay the bills and things like that. That's for some of you. Take it how it fits you, right? Because if you're getting some other intuitive hit, trust in what you're getting. Understand your own truth. Some of you know this truth within you about having more faith in God and providing. Because some of you are thinking, this is no way for a human being to live. Where I have to work that hard, where my energies are depleted and I feel like I'm running myself to the ground and nothing seems to be changing for me. That doesn't make any sense. God wants us to be abundant. He wants us to be at peace, but that ties into not conforming to what society says success is, or prosperity is, or money, or what you need to do to get it. This is also for someone, I said something about expressing to this Queen of Pentacles about how they want commitment. They want a solid, stable commitment. That's the Hierophant card. They want marriage. They want a traditional marriage. They want, God there all the time. Something about fulfilling the roles, the divine masculine roles and the divine feminine roles. And that means that with that divine role, the masculine is the provider, protector of the home, the family, and the feminine. She sustains the masculine here. She takes care of herself so that she can make sure the family is okay. She brings that warmth. She makes the house a home. There's a balance. There's nobody stepping on somebody else's toes here. And for somebody here with speaking that truth, opening your heart and expressing your feelings to this Queen of Pentacles is what this other message is to others of you. You want marriage with this queen. You want her to make the house a home. You want to move in with this person. You want to marry this person. You want to have this traditional relationship. I'm going to take very good care of you. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about anything. And her responsibility is making sure that she's very well taken care of. She has the ability to give that compassion and unconditional love, not just for her husband, for the kids, or making sure the house is at a high frequency, right? Putting plants around and flowers, like, I put flowers on my altar here, and I still got plants all over my room or whatever. I got my lilies right next to my bed. I have another plant I'm staring at over across my room. But you get the point, right? Even maybe somebody is looking at how I create my altar, or where I sit at, or what I'm wearing, right? It's very important for me to be harmonious here. And yes, I wear clothing that matches the color of the altar for the month. That's my Virgo and my Leo in my chart. Because it's a sense of feng shui for me. There's something about this Queen of Pentacles. She brings this sense of feng shui. And let me tell you, when you have that in your life, watch how much at peace your life will be, how calibrated and balanced you will feel, how calm you will feel. There's something about what this Queen of Pentacles does, and this person seeing this. So this individual needs to speak their truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They can't hold it back anymore, because I'm not going to find some other Queen of Pentacles like this. And one with the boundaries. A lot of signs have been getting this card. Yarrow helps establish and defend healthy boundaries, strengthens the aura and sense of self, and heals energetic wounds. Amber reinforces boundaries. Creating clear boundaries is necessary for maintaining good emotional, physical, and spiritual health. If your sense of identity is weak or if you need to heal energetic wounds, establishing boundaries is vital. Defend your right to thrive like a warrior, serving the divine spark that resides within you. There's the warrior energy that you guys are at. I have a right to autonomy and independence. No one controls me without my permission. I know who I am. I'm hearing, again, it's learning how to say no. Look, my health is important. This is also you saying no to those things that deplete your energies, that are not for your highest good, that are not for your health and your well-being. Work isn't everything, Aries. It sounds like some of you got Capricorn in your chart too. That's not for everybody. Freedom. Blackberry supports shadow work, helps face primal fears, protects and heals. Obsidian exposes flaws, weaknesses, and blockages and provides support when facing them. True freedom requires intense shadow work. Face your deepest fears. Feel your hardest, scariest, most shameful emotions. Only through recognizing and naming them can you finally deal with them and be free. Do not go alone in the shadows of your soul. Call on the dark goddess who will guide and protect you. I am ready to face my worst fear or shameful emotion. I know I am not alone and that the dark goddess will guide me toward true freedom. Now, as I was reading this, there could be with that shadow stuff, something with Scorpio. You may have Scorpio in your chart too, maybe Scorpio moon or something like that. But as I was reading that, there's somebody here, you could be a husband or a wife, depending. Something about you feel like you have to do all this work because maybe you have this Queen of Pentacles in your house, but your low vibrational energies are affecting your wife, your spouse, whoever it is that you're living with. There's something about you are afraid of losing someone or afraid of losing a house, or there's something with money issues here, or you're afraid if you don't work very hard that you're not going to be able to provide for the spouse or for somebody in your home or the family. But you're running yourself to the ground. You're actually pushing back what God's trying to give you. And again, that has to do with the truth that God is the one who provides. There's something about having a God complex, or you're misunderstanding the truth about who God is. There's something about not having enough faith. There's something about limitations to God. Limitations to faith. Oh, well, God doesn't really do everything. God is not going to provide for me if I don't work. Who said that? Whoever needs to hear that, who said that to you? There's nowhere in Scripture, nowhere that I have heard of that says that. If you look at Jesus's readings, especially when he talks about the birds, they don't reap, they don't sow, yet God gives them what they need. So there's somebody who needs to understand the truth about how God works here. And if you are worried about your finances or something, or your spouse, or whoever it is this might be for you, where's your faith? Where's your faith in God? God can do the impossible. She believes in miracles because she knows that God always gives her what she needs. Let's see what guidance we have for you, Aries. What guidance do we have for Aries? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Okay, that's the societal programming. Some of you are combining what society tells you and then what about God or about life. There is some disparity here. There is some sort of God complex with regards to following what society tells you to do and understanding who God is, when God is first and foremost in everything. This is why we have to be careful with societal conditioning and programming. Nobody teaches us that God is our only source of supply. He's the one who provides for us first and foremost. And that's when society kicks in and thinks we pull away from God when we're taught that. Safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. This could be literally for somebody, if you're traveling, maybe you're traveling to see the Queen of Pentacles and you're having faith because you want to have this, you want to marry them, you want to have a life with them, a traditional marriage, you want solid, stable commitment with this person. And you're about to move or relocate or travel to this person. It depends. Or you're doing a lot of traveling in your job. Okay, I gotta travel to go do this press thing and go do that, or go to this on this business trip or something like that. There is something about a mother here. Maybe you own a business, or you're a hardworking mom, but there's something about the imbalance about that. You drive a lot, you travel a lot, okay, fly a lot. They're being pulled in different directions here. Again, this programming about like you're a bad mother if you don't work hard or something. I don't know. That's something for specifically parents. It's not just mothers, but I am getting mother energy. Whatever that travel card is for you guys. This is also about protection from harm when journeying. This is also, you're protected when you're going through this new journey about getting closer to God, being more one with God. Being in nature really helps. I know this for a fact. God speaks to me very profoundly when I'm at nature. Ever since I've been by Florida, when I'm by the ocean, oh my God, you would not believe the stuff that he tells me when I'm by that water. And I used to get these things when I was by the Potomac River when I went through all my hikes. It's not made of man. You are closest to God when you are out in nature. Period. So there's something about you being in that journey to really find your relationship with God, not what society has told you how to worship God or believe in God or to have something about the faith in God. Some people have caveats when it comes to having faith in God. It's either you have faith or you don't. It's not a 50-50. It's not a 70-30. It's not a 90-10. It's either 100% or 0. And then with the triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. What did I say about listening to your divine guidance? Some of you are not listening to divine guidance. There are mentors and spiritual teachers, those who are very, very close to God. You may be getting guidance from or health things from or something like that, whether it's me or other people or people in your family. And you're not quite listening to that because of the programming, because of your perception of God based on religion. These are religious beliefs that need to go away for some of you, because it's not helping you. Again, there's something about work. God did not say anywhere you need to be stressed out and tired all the time and energy depleted and doing all these things to keep a roof over your head. That doesn't say that anywhere. And somebody's teaching you. There's a very excellent spiritual teacher, mentor, someone who's very, very, very in alignment with God all the time, that you're getting guidance from. I said that. The guidance, listen to divine wisdom and joyfully learn your lessons. We're all here to learn lessons, guys, to learn what is of value. Taurus is the rules, the second house. The second house is about money and of value. What is it that is really valuable in your life? Is it your health or is it money? Is it your well-being? Is it your family or is it your status? Is it your title? Is it your job? Is it your reputation? There's somebody who has strong Capricorn here. What is God going to look at when you go to, when your time has come? Is he going to look at your degree? Is he going to look at the accolades that you have? Is he going to look at all the hard work you put in, all the jobs, titles that you had, the money that you made? He doesn't give a shit about that. He wants to see, were you warm and generous and kind-hearted to people? Did you share your wealth? Did you make a house a home? Were you taking care of yourself? The vessel that I gave you. Were you doing that? Were you taking care of what God has given you? Did you help others? Were you an inspiration to others? Did you were you able to see the miracles that I brought into your life when I had asked you to be in a state of peace? God's looking to see who was trusting in him through everything. 100% faith, unwavering faith in everything. And that's a 5 down there. And look what's here. 555. Major changes need to be made in your life, Aries. Manifesting money and income. Trinka 5. She is an excellent manifester. And usually the last thing that tends to come in when God sees she's ready for that money and for that wealth, he brings it to her because she's attracting it. She's at a vibrational energy and her health is there to attract it. Some of you are going about it the wrong way when it comes to manifesting money and income. And that deals with you starting to reprogram yourself to work on yourself, your health, your well-being, even when you are a parent. That's part of the programming here. Parents gotta overdo it for their kids. Parents gotta overdo it in their job. What does that really bring to the family unit, to the dynamic, to your life? Money will start to appear out of nowhere when you're more in the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Look what's at the top, on target, follow your ideal life path. Some of you may have life path 5. I never actually said that in a reading, but they told me to say that because we have 5 there and 555 here. Major changes are happening. For those of you who are ready in alignment, you're having faith in God and you understand the meaning of life here. You're not focused on the money thing anymore. You know what is really of value. You're in the energy to manifest some serious money and a higher income. Okay. Oh, and I'm also being told by God, God does not care what income you make. He's not going to ask you, how much money did you make, Aries? What did you really accomplish in life? He doesn't care about the money you made. Again, he doesn't care about your status, your reputation, your degrees, your accolades. He wanted to see who you are as a person, how you acted towards people. Were you jealous of people? Were you vain? Were you conceited? Were you focusing so much on keeping up with the Joneses and wanting to live a luxurious life because you wanted to prove to people something? And again, I'm God speaking through me. But he's the one who judges at the end of the day, but that's what I'm being told to say. You can't take your material possessions with you, Aries. You can't take your bank account either. And I'm also hearing God does not expect you to overdo it, even when you are working for him. Something about churches, because Hierophant is also institutions, religious institutions or spiritual buildings or something like spiritual institutions. Something about spirituality or religion. Okay. If your job entails something like that, there could even be a priest here. Whoa. Wow. That came out of left field. Apparently a priest is watching me. If that's you, I'm grateful. Because maybe somebody, whoever you are, thank you for being here, but apparently you are starting to see something different about what you have been teaching as a priest. That's what I'm getting. You're starting to realize something about your own priesthood and what you've learned. And you're being open-hearted to the truth that's being spoken through me out to everyone here. Holy crap. Okay. But yeah, there's something here about somebody has these false beliefs about, well, if I work for this institution, this church, this priest, this whatever, I work very hard, I'm going to get it's like my golden ticket to heaven. I'm being told straight from God right now, that's not the way in. It is not the way in, because if you are running yourself ragged and you're not taking care of yourself, that means you're not at peace. You're not in alignment with God when you are not at peace. You do not have to do everything to the point of depletion of energies. It defeats the purpose of being in a divine, godly, blissful state. God doesn't hurry. Neither does nature. Like Lao Tzu says, nature doesn't hurry, yet everything is accomplished. If you're feeling you're not even accomplishing your life, or you're not accomplishing certain things in your day, in your week, ask yourself why that is. God is in no rush to do anything. None. Because nothing gets accomplished that way. He can't build you from the ground up. He can't have you say, okay, I need you to be patient here because I'm trying to change you for the better. I need to get you to change your ways about your health, how you view work, things like that, how you view life. What needs to heal for Aries for the end of March? Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Lemongrass alleviates and regenerates. You can use this in your cooking. Get essential oils, put it in a diffuser. I have my diffuser here. I actually have ocean water going. They told me to do that. Oh my God, you see ocean water? That's probably why. I'm not even by the water, but I smell the ocean water here. I get some serious epiphanies from God when I'm by the ocean, by water. It's the most glorious thing. Anyway, we have lemongrass here. Alleviates and regenerates. Again, essential oils, a lotion, a body oil. Maybe buy some lemongrass and smell it. They have lemongrass pills, lemongrass whatever. They have lemongrass lotions and things. I've seen this. And put in your cooking. Patchouli lightens and eases worry. Again, the same thing. There's incense with this. Essential oils will be better, guys. I actually stopped using incense because when apparently I did get the CV-19 thing. Okay. Last year. And it kind of did something to this. And I've been using homeopathic things to clear that out. And apparently I'm more sensitive to other people who may have it or something about the energies here. But I started using a diffuser here. And it's working out a lot better. So I would highly recommend getting a diffuser, getting essential oils that have these in there. And also with everything that the guidance that you're being given. This stuff, it's nature, guys. Lemongrass is nature. Patchouli is nature. I knew this was going to come out. Every time I say you got to stop to smell the roses, this rose card comes out. Roses could be significant to you. It's a symbol of unconditional love. It's a symbol of peace. I said stop and smell the roses. Nature nurtures love for self and others. That's the Queen of Pentacles energy, guys. Can't make it up. And look at the beauty. People tend to look at roses as the most beautiful flower, right? You may look at somebody who's as beautiful as a rose, or maybe something about giving the Queen of Pentacles pink roses, or you were given pink roses, or I don't know. This is significant for somebody. But this is more about nurturing love for self and others. It's totally the Queen of Pentacles. You have that love, that nurturing for yourself. You can give that to other people. And that makes things more harmonious in the home, in your marriage, in your relationships with other people. Again, They're reminding me to go. Do I have to go today? Something about going back to Trader Joe's and getting the rose oil hand cream. If you guys have a Trader Joe's by you, I highly recommend getting the rose oil, essential oil hand cream. That's what I'm being told. Again, it's guidance, guys. You do not have to listen to what I say. It's just that they wanted me to say it. Bottom of the deck is Copaiba, bridges the body and the mind. Because some of you see with that body thing, you need to listen to your body. God is speaking to you about your body and you're not listening. You're listening more to societal conditioning, or you're listening to like something religious that you've been told. Or maybe you are a religious worker, meaning I have to work all the time, I have to work all the time. Aries, you guys could be like that. That's the shadow side of you, okay? So there's something here about overcoming that. Oh my God, I read Roman Chamomile and I read Roman Catholic. Somebody's Roman Catholic here. That's probably why I got a priest. Roman Catholic priest. Some people look at these herbs and things as like witchery or witchcraft or something that is not of God. Who said that? When God created the rose, when he created patchouli, when he created lemongrass. Whoever's thinking this, how can you think that this stuff to use for your well-being, this is a means to get closer to God too? Because it's nature. Nature is God. So how are you going to not believe that this actually works? For whoever wants to hear that. And it's not a coincidence that I flipped to this. We didn't even get this card and I read Roman Catholic. Oh, I flipped right to the rose card. See what I mean? The rose became a symbol of opposing factions fighting to control England during conflicts later known as the War of the Roses. In Islam, if the scent of roses permeates the air without their physical presence, it is considered a sign of divine communication. The soothing properties of rose essential oil have made it popular for skincare. Rose is particularly helpful for dry, mature, inflamed, or sensitive skin, but it offers support for any skin type and is typically gentle enough for children's skin as well. It can regulate periods, improve reproductive health, and assist with women's hormonal imbalances, including the ones behind PMS and menopausal symptoms. Okay? If you dilute this in sweet almond oil for 5 minutes a day, twice daily for 5 days, this can improve in all symptoms, physical, emotional, and social, of women suffering from PMS. Rose's reputation as an aphrodisiac seems to be well warranted, as research on women whose depression medication lowered libido showed improved sexual function after exposure to rose oil for 2 months. A previous study yielded similar effects in men. The rose has been linked with manifestations of the divine. The elegance and intricacy of the beautiful flower was seen as a sign of the Creator's presence. It also symbolizes sacredness of the soul. Rose essential oil is believed to transform feelings of isolation and separation into love. It is believed to help heal emotional wounds and overcome rejection or loss, particularly when these emotional traumas disable our capacity for self-love and nurturing. It stores comfort and compassion, helps to alleviate despair, and restores a person's trust and ability to love. Well, isn't that something right there? Patchouli. It's a powerful healer with antifungal properties. Helps to destroy the biofilms that can be especially beneficial in the treatment of infections. It's also an insect repellent. Due to its naturally relaxing properties, patchouli may be helpful for those who find it difficult to unwind or suffer from anxiety. Some of you cannot relax and unwind. I said this. It has a long history of use during meditation and to help with relaxation and anxiety. It is also considered a sexual stimulant and is used in the treatment of impotence, sexual anxiety, and lack of libido. That's twice with the libido, guys. It helps you reconnect with yourself, encouraging pleasure and sexual expression. It is believed to quell worry and overthinking by calming the mind and spirit. If you are someone who finds that your mind is always working, then you may find patchouli helps. Patchouli's been coming out quite a bit. I don't know if they came out for you already for the beginning of March, guys, but I would have to go back and check. Lemongrass. It's been used in Ayurveda Ayurveda for many years to treat coughs and colds. It is used for preparing soups, curries, and teas in many Asian countries, including India, China, Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. It's been used to brew tea that promotes improved digestion, circulation, and immunity, and to soothe menstrual cramps. There is something with menstrual stuff for some of you, for the women here. It helps to alleviate muscle and joint pain, particularly from overexercise or the achiness that accompanies the flu virus. It is a powerful remedy for regulating high blood pressure when taken internally, usually 1 drop, taken 3 times daily in empty capsules. It's also believed to eliminate negative energies and to alleviate despair and darkness. It helps a person come out of a state of spiritual blindness. Oh, wow. Enabling them to see more clearly the path before them. The top of the deck was what? Follow your ideal life path. The life path that God gave you, not what society tells you to follow. In some spiritual practices, this oil is used to cleanse and purify as well as shed light on hidden issues. It helps to release stressful thoughts, creating a greater sense of peacefulness, to dissolve emotional obstacles in your way, and to support open, clear communication. And then the copaiba. I guess I'm going to add lemongrass to my tea. But I will admit, since the weekend, my nightly tea routine has gone a little bit off, so I have to get back to that. But I will add some lemongrass to my mint tea too. Copaiba. It's a pain reliever, a topical anti-inflammatory agent for a wide variety of skin disorders, a gargle for sore throats and tonsillitis, a treatment for incontinence, urinary tract disorders, stomach ulcers, syphilis, tetanus, bronchitis, herpes, tuberculosis, and more. It's one of the most powerful natural analgesic and anti-inflammatory substances available because its high concentrations of a natural compound known as beta-caryophyllene, which has potent anti-inflammatory and anti-pain properties. It can be applied undiluted to painful areas. A few drops of a product suitable for internal use can be taken every few hours, up to 20 drops per day, to help ease pain. This has been called a bridge between body and mind, due to its ability to help both our physical and mental capacities and to comfort our physical, emotional, and spiritual selves. It may help you become more focused and directed in your approach to life. Note that some companies may cut down the copaiba trees to extract the oil, thereby potentially destroying the delicate ecosystem of the rainforest. Choose a product from a company that instead taps the resin from the trees and also avoids over tapping. So if you look this up, guys, watch where the source is coming from. Go do your research. If they're cutting down the trees, you're being guided to not purchase from those companies where they're cutting down the copaiba trees. They're supposed to be getting the copaiba from the resin. All right. Okay, guys, so let's see what your person wants to say to you, what your inner masculine wants you to pay attention to. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Aries' person want to tell them, or what their inner masculine wants them to pay attention to? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Knock, knock. I'm standing outside your door. Someone's about to visit you. They could be having this faith. They've been praying a lot that they want this commitment with their Queen of Pentacles. But there's also something about, they've been out in nature quite a bit to make sure they're balanced enough to do this. Somebody's going to show up at your door. They know what is of value now, and you are of value to them because they see what you can bring to the table, and it's about your Queen of Pentacles nature. A heart needs a second chance at the bottom of the deck. I firmly believe that everybody deserves a second chance. Why? Because God gives us second, third, fourth, fifth chances. I know this for a fact. Because every time I didn't follow my divine guidance, God came back in. I'm going to have you do it again, Jess. Didn't listen. God came back. I'm going to have you listen again, Jess. And when I didn't listen, that's when the tower came in. Okay, now I'm getting angry and you're going to listen. And I did. And that's how I ended up here. But again, the connection that I have to God is bigger than anything that I have experienced compared to religion. And I used to go to church every Sunday. Even when I went to college, even when I got married, I was still going to church every Sunday. Practically every Sunday. Right? Until I started to realize I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm in more of a state of peace and happiness than I've ever been in my life. And it took years to get here. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for anyone here. It's a matter of reprogramming yourself. And you finding your own path, your own relationship with God, what God tells you to do, what His truth for you is. What's in the Bible isn't the full truth. How can you limit God in a book? You got to cover. We all know this is not the Bible, but you understand what I'm trying to do here. If God is limitless, how are we going to limit God's truth in a book? There is no book in the world that will be able to retain God's wisdom. So what's in there, for whoever who needs to hear this, that is not all of God's truth in that book. And that's what I came to understand, and what God has shown me has been something greater than I could ever imagine. But anyway, what I'm also getting from this, God is knocking outside your door. Look at this guy. It looks like he's knocking on an invisible door to me. This inner masculine, and masculine energy tends to have a hard time with religion, with God, their perception of faith, spirituality, because of the programming. So God's knocking outside your door. Let Him in. But I mean, this is you going straight to God, not having an intermediary, not having a conduit that is a human being. You go to God first. He's always right outside your door. You got to open it and let Him in. Because God's trying to give you a second chance at life here. And He gives, again, second, third, fourth, fifth chances. So for those of you with somebody coming back here, they see your worth now because you see your worth as the Queen of Pentacles. You don't settle for anything than second best. You have a tight connection with God. Your person sees that now, and they now see your worth because you do. You see yourself the way God sees you. And you see others the way God sees them. And your person, it's like, a heart needs a second chance. I didn't see this before, but neither did you, Aries. So don't get on this person and say, oh, well, it's too late. But remember, it takes two to tango. If this person didn't value you, it was because you didn't value yourself. You want a divine connection, you got to have a divine connection with God first. Wow, the top of the deck. I'm going to show up at your door unannounced. Get ready. Somebody's literally showing up. Physically, this is all physical energy at your door. Look what's underneath. The heart needs a second chance. I now understand the purpose of this connection. You see? This person no longer has a God complex for those who are aligned. he's built his own, or she's built his or her own relationship with God, and God has shown him the truth about things, especially about the religion. Again, somebody here is Roman Catholic. I'm telling you guys. And I respect all religions, I do. There's always some gem of knowledge to take away from that. But that is not all of God's truth. It's just not. There's no way. God's truth can solely be in the Quran, in the Old Testament, in the New Testament. There's just no way. I don't see how that's possible when God's limitless. And things are always changing and expanding. We're growing, learning, and evolving. So where are those new things about God? Where are those new things about faith? Those new things about so-called religion, about spirituality, about nature? You can't fit everything into one book. Some people, I've heard somebody say in a reading, oh, what you said is not in scripture. It's not in the Bible. It's not in scripture, so it's not the truth. I know this is going to be hard for some of you to hear, but God is speaking through me hardcore. Because I know I am that aligned. I am that much at peace. I connect with nature a lot. I got nature around me in my room. I know when he's speaking to me and speaking through me. Because when I channel here, this is not just speaking to you at all. I'm in a high vibrational state. That's the only way I'm being able to pull this information from what God is telling me. He's saying it again. Why are you limiting me to a book? I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am limitless. I am boundless. My truth is not confined to a book. And with that, I'll conclude your reading, Aries. Hopefully this helped you. I really do. But somebody here has come around because they understand the purpose of this connection. And the purpose of this connection was to get them to get closer to God. And those of you who know the purpose of your connection with your counterpart, it was to get you closer to God. This is exactly what happened to me. And that is really of value. Because you live a life that most people will probably never get to live. And that's in a state of peace and health and well-being and abundance in all areas of life. So when you get closer to God, you understand the purpose of that connection, your person will do the same. And that's how you can have a divine union. All right, Aries. Well, if you didn't already know, I do offer personal readings. I do coaching sessions, whether it's live or pre-recorded. The memberships would be a great benefit to you if you feel drawn to get daily guidance videos. And I've been hearing from my Capella members that my sacred geometry meditations have been really effective compared to other ones I've tried. So thank God for that. You get access to daily guidance videos. As I said, the healing meditations are very impactful. Members only live readings. Okay, I'm having one on Wednesday, but I don't think this video will go out by then. But I do them almost every Wednesday if I'm not doing the Twin Flame support group sessions, which I also do as part of the membership. I do other things with the memberships, but it's more about bringing them closer to God and being part of my Capella circle, which you have exclusive access to, which you can get on my free mobile app, by the way. You get to directly chat with me in the mobile app. You can ask me certain questions, and I will give you that guidance as long as I'm guided to do so free of charge. Because I do care about people's health and well-being, for sure. That's first and foremost. I do have tarot packages. And they're more like spiritual growth packages. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I just had a massive epiphany. I'm looking at the God card. He just told me something. Okay. I'm going to change them to spiritual growth packages. I do use this as a form of spiritual growth. That's what I've been guided to do. And I put God in everything. In everything. So those packages include more than one reading, and you save money. Usually you're getting like a free reading if you book a package, okay? I am having a sale on all my services. Spring 10 for 10% off of all my services. Anything that you see in my Capella suite, I highly recommend you go check out. If something calls out to you, you get 10% off with Spring 10. I'll try to remember to put that in the description box. I'll try to put that on my website too, now that I think about it. But it's only for a limited time. So if you would like to see what I have to offer, I highly recommend trying that out. Springtime, guys. Spring cleaning. Doing things differently. Spring cleaning your hard drive. Defragmenting your hard drive, okay? It's time to do it, okay? Have an open heart and open mind to receive that truth. Anyway, if you have any questions about anything at all, you want to reach out to me, my email's in the description box. You guys are smart enough to find me some way, right? All right, Aries, thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.